Okay, this episode starts off with Cain taking his stupid ass down to the church with some other hoodlums. And they take all the church's money. One of the church members that was helping the pastor count the money, he seen one of the crude tattoos that said GTC. Cain done hit the pastor in the head with the gun, so he done knocked him out. This work is just so sloppy. Cain ordered one of the men shoot one of their own guys in the shoulder. It looks like it's just sloppy. Cain is a stupid fool. I guess this is his way of getting money since he's not talking to his mother right now, so this is his way of getting money, but it's so childish and stupid. But then when I think about it, why expect shit from ain't shit people? And Cain ain't shit. Okay, over at Stanfield, it's time for the professors to pick the 5 students that will be participating in a Conical Fellowship program. And Tyreek needs this so he can try to graduate early so he can get his trust fund money. Also, it's Sex Week on campus. And the professors encourage students to join the panels and different activities going on around campus they're encouraging people to get to know their body parts. Okay. However, they disencourage the Q party going down. One professor mentioned that they've been trying to get rid of that Q party for years. So the professors get around to calling all the 5 students, and Tyreek was not picked to go to the semifinal. And Professor Milgram like, Tyreek, I know you was dependent on the program so you can graduate school early, but tutoring Zeke makes it hard for you. And Tyreek like, no, I ain't, that ain't it. And we see Professor Jabari peeping over at Milgram and Tyreek conversing, and I don't know why his creep ass feel like, just by her talking to Tyreek, he got real jolly. Like, he got real jealous. That is dangerous. What? This lady is a advisor. Why wouldn't she, some way communicate with her students, both male and female? What the fuck, Jabari? You are psycho. Okay, next up we have Riley and Brayden, and they're getting their thing in for Sex Week. They're celebrating Sex Week. And then we see Riley trying to pry what really happened to Brayden that night that he was missing. And Brayden, he sticks to his story, and he that it was what it was. That's all to it, nothing more. So Tyreek walks in and he, it looks like he was about to vent to Brayden like, yo, bro. And then he noticed that Riley was there, and Tyreek like, what the fuck, B? I thought I told you not to bring her back here. So Brayden like, well, I wasn't expecting you to about right now, and it is Sex Week. Come on, y'all. I had to get it in. And Tyreek like, y'all look like 2 raw chickens under that blanket. Hit me up when she's gone. Okay, back over to Weirdo 1 and 2, Jabari and Milgram. So Jabari comes into Milgram's office and he said, I see you talking to Tyreek early. What was that about? So Milgram like, well, I am his advisor and I respect his privacy. So Jabari is trying to discuss his book, and Milgram tells him like, look, Jabari, you and I should just discuss work. I have to get these things done for work tomorrow, and I just don't have time for your bullshit. Basically, that's what she was saying. So Jabari like, I can help, and she said, well, great. Have these returned on my desk by tomorrow morning. Over at Monet house, re-up day is coming in 2 days, and Monet has not talked to Cain yet. Diana asked Monet, like, have you talked to Cain? And Monet said, I'm not sweating Cain. So the kids was like, well, he always handles the re-up, and DC Joe is expecting him. Monet said, DC Joe ain't nobody boss, and Drew will handle it. So Drew telling Diana, like, I don't mind, but usually Cain should be here. And Diana said, well, Monet isn't going to find Cain. They both the same, stubborn as hell. I'm going to have to go find him. I know where to look for him at. Diana said, Monet goes up to her room and she calls her husband Lorenzo and she like, look, it been 3 days. I know Kane been up there to see you like he always do when he get mad, running to his daddy when things don't go his way. Lorenzo said he's been here and I'm sure he's doing just fine. So Monet, knowing her husband and her son, she said, well, what exactly did you say to him? Lorenzo said, I told him to do what you say, have some respect, and don't disrespect you. Monet said, well, he should have been back by now. I got a drop, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do it by myself now. And if you just told him that, I don't understand, why he's still acting like this. Lorenzo said, look, I just explained his position in this family. He'll be fine, Monet. Okay, back at Stanford, Zeke is in focus and Tariq is around here doing 25 pages book reports for him and shit. So Tariq goes to his dorm, Zeke dorm, and he like, look, I thought I told you to meet up with me. I got things to do too, and I'm not going to be chasing you down. And Zeke like, I'm just getting it in. I'm sorry. I'm getting it in for sex week. He running around here whoring and shit. And Tariq being like his gopher doing his work and shit. Get the fuck out of here. Tariq tells Zeke, like, basically, you better step it up because this shit is getting tiresome. I got shit to do too. Tariq bumps into Simon Stern's husband. I forgot his name. But he bumps into him on campus. And he's pressing Tariq about the app because, Tariq is waiting for more product from Monet, and so the app is down. So Stern husband is like, what's going on with the app? And Tariq said, why you pressing me? You getting paid top dollar. And Stern husband said, well, I need you to sell those papers like you have something at stake. So right after Tariq hits Monet up and like, look, I'm running low. It's an eventful week this week at school, and if I can't supply the product, they're gonna find somebody who can. Like, I need y'all to hurry up. And Monet like, look, you get it, you gotta wait. When I get it, you get it. Just sit and hold tight. I got you. Okay, over to McLean and Sachs. McLean goes down to Sachs' office to make sure everything is still as planned. Sachs like, yeah, it is, but Sachs's boss is on his ass about why Sachs doesn't appear to look like he's trying to convict Tasha. Sachs need a witness who can testify that Tasha is a queenpin and know the truth about ghosts. And he's like, you know what? I got it. And he goes to Paz. And he goes see Paz. And Paz is like, absolutely not. I moved on from that. And Tasha never confessed anything to me about a murder. So Sachs like, perfect. Just say that on stand. Diana catches up with her brother Kane at some girl house that she really doesn't care for that much. And she like, Kane. And he like, yo, just go home, Diana. And Diana tells Kane like, look, I'm worried about you. You need to come home. Kane like, listen, I'm not sure if Ma or Poppy want me to be there. Diana said, Monet is worried, I can tell, and she needs you back home. She wants you back home. Diana like, look, DC Joe called. She needs you. We all need you, Kane. And if you want back in, this is how you do it. Come in at the perfect time. Show her how much she depend on you, how much she needs you. That'll squash it. So Kane like, you think just like that? Kane like, all right, look, the street's kind of hot for me right now, but you just send me the drop and I'll be there. Just don't tell Monet where I'm at right now. Diana said, I got you. And they hug each other. And I do believe in this family as of right now. Kane is that rock. He's definitely a protector. He's psycho because that's all he knows is the street. And this is how you have to become a psycho when you're in the streets. You just do. Point blank, period. Next up, Tasha hits Tariq up and she like, look, I don't want you to come to trial. I don't want you there because they brought your name up and I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. Tasha said, you just need to study and make sure Davis get paid. So Tariq like, okay, I got you. Brayden walks in, so he gets off the phone with Tasha. Tariq is like, finally, I got to catch up with you. Like, you need to be focused. We need to be selling this stuff instead of you worrying about Riley. So Brayden like, look, the reason why the stuff is not selling is because we don't have no product. It's not about her. Chill. So Tyreek like, look, do you want what happened to you the other day happen to Riley? You seen how he just came in here and went off, and you want that to happen to Riley? So Brayden like, yeah, you right. He's like, okay then, like that's what it is. Tyreek really does need to keep his distance from Riley because he sensed that he can't trust Riley. She's sneaky. Also, Tyreek isn't being fully honest with Brayden, which Brayden does not need to know everything. Okay, over at Monet's, you can see that she's getting kind of worried about Kane because she still haven't heard from him. So she pressing Drew, and Drew like, I have not heard, I haven't heard from him. And so Diana walked in. She like, I did. I heard from him. And he said he'll do the drop. He'll be there. Now, I can't tell you where he at, but he said for sure he'll be there. So Monet is kind of relieved. And she says, okay, it's a plan, That's what it is. And she tells Diana, like, you got a lot of nerve to say you ain't saying where he at. So Diana tells her mother, like, well, he got to trust somebody in this family. Okay, over here with Professor Milgram. She's over here and she got Zeke knows why the fuck open. He talking about how he not going to no Q party since he met him a real woman. How he wants Monet to meet Milgram. And Professor Milgram like, look, you gotta slow down. We can't be out like that. Like that'll be a big mess. You got to chill out. Professor Milgram and Professor Jabari, they are two of the same. They are a great match for each other. Okay, back at the dorms, Trace walks in to Tyreek and Brayden's room and he says he's looking for Brayden. So Tyreek like, are you sure that's all you looking for? Because the last time you was here, you took some shit that don't belong to you. And unless you want that big black nigga to come back and finish what he started, I suggest you pay up for it. So Trace like, I suggest that you stop whatever you got my brother into. Y'all should stop doing before I get the cops involved. And Tyreek said, well, the cops work for us. That's why they let y'all go so easily. So if you telling you ain't doing nothing but getting Brayden involved, because I'm good. I got an alibi. I was here with Riley that night playing chess. So the brother Trace yeah, whatever freaky threesome shit that y'all got going on, it's weird as shit. And I'm going to let my brother know about that night at your birthday party, you and Riley in my room, and she was all up on you. So Tyreek like, what the fuck are you talking about? Remember, Tyreek was drugged off that drink that Riley gave him that night so she can go snoop for things, which she told him, confessed to Tyreek while playing chess, that the drink was meant for Brayden. But I don't think it was. I think it was exactly meant for Tyreek to drink so she can go snooping for her Uncle Nancy. Okay, back over to Professor Milgram's. Her and Zeke laid up. Zeke go take a shower with a knock at the door. So she thinking it's the takeout food that they ordered. And this creep-ass Jabari, Professor Jabari. Jabari says, yeah, I was just down at, our old spot that we like. And so she mentioned you, so I just picked up some stuff and thought I'd come over and we finish this assignment. So Carrie, no, I told you to leave it on my desk. Jabari said, you know how we do. We break up to make up and break up to make up again. And Carrie is over it. She's like, no. And so Jabari sees that she has the game on, the basketball game. So he like, you when you start liking basketball. And then Jabari sees the condoms from the school, because it's sex week, so the school is passing out these condoms. And he noticed the condoms on Carrie's TV stand. And Carrie says, goodbye, Professor Reynolds, and slams the door, and he is pissed. He goes to his car, he pulls out a card that was meant for Tyreek, and he rips it up and he writes something on a new one. Okay, over in Professor Milgram's class, she gave the class a work assignment. They're reading the 48 Laws of Power, and their assignment is to use that strategy and try to figure out what their partner secret that's on the back of the card. And these are the same cards that Jabari had ripped Tariq card up and started a new one. So we'll see how this shit go. Okay, over at Lauren's dorm is Lauren and Tariq, and they're discussing the assignment. So Lauren like, look, I really need to pass this, so you might as well just tell me your secret since you didn't make it to the semifinal. And Tariq like, shit, I need this extra credit work, so I'm gonna need to know your secret. So he tried to take her assignment and grabbed her iPad, so they get to fight and play fighting. And they rolling on the bed, just having fun. You see a student come in and throw condoms on them. And then here comes Blocker. He's standing in the doorway taking pictures. So Tariq, when they realize it, they like, what the fuck you doing? Tariq said, nigga, what the fuck you doing? Blocker gonna tell Lauren, I just want you to see how ridiculous you look. Tariq like, what the fuck is up with this nigga? Blocker gonna cut Lauren off talking about, wait a minute, 2 men are talking. And Blocker asks Tariq, like, what kind of man put his hands on another man's woman? And they looking at Blocker like, what? Tariq said, yo, you get your nigga. And Blocker like, I'm not a nigga, and I expect another educated black man to know this. Now Lauren is like, okay, that's enough. Like, Tariq, can you just please go and we can deal with this later? Tariq like, yeah, I got some stuff to do anyway. And as Tariq is leaving out, he says to Blocker, bye, nigga. When Tariq leaves, Lauren is mad, and she going back and forth with her boyfriend, and he like, Lauren, please. She asked him to leave, and he like, please don't make a mistake that you'll live to regret. She said, you are the mistake I regret. And Blocker turns around and he leaves. Tariq is supposed to be meeting up with Braden somewhere, and he spots Raleigh. So he follows Raleigh into a courthouse, and he goes in the courtroom. And Raleigh is there fighting a marijuana charge. So, the judge is like, where's your reputation? She said, my lawyer be here. So when her uncle gets there, we find out, it's Uncle Sax. We already knew that. But Tariq didn't. So Tariq like, oh, shit. So he texts Brayden like, look, I need to talk to you ASAP. Brayden comes back to his dorm room and meets up with Tariq. And he like, yo, bro, what's up? Like, what did you need to talk to me about? So Tariq like, look, when on my birthday at the party, Holly tried to come on to me. So Brayden loses it. He like, you being so petty. What is up with you? Why you doing this? You keep lying. So Tariq like, I'm not lying. You can even ask Trace. And, Brayden is not trying to hear any of it. Tariq has to get rid of Raleigh because now he know that who she's connected with, everything is coming full circle. She is not right. And Tariq just can't come out and tell Brayden that. It's a lot of other stuff that comes along with telling him that. And he feels like he can't be open with Brayden for whatever reason, which he don't need to trust anyone right now. And we see Professor Jabari Page texting Tariq to come see him. So Tariq goes down to go see Professor Jabari. And Jabari like, well, Tariq, I see the next one. And Tariq like, huh? That's what you called me down here for? So he said, well, where were you yesterday? He said, I think I was at the library. And Jabari said, well, that's odd because the library was closed. So Tariq said, well, I must be mistaken. Is it something that you need? Like, why you press me? Jabari said, well, Tariq, I want to give you another chance to get into that fellowship. Tariq like, yeah, I'll do whatever that I need to get that second chance. So Jabari like, cool, I need you to write me an essay. And in this essay is about the nature of power in relationships. And I need you to get detailed. Oh, yeah, and Jabari also tells Tariq that it has to be a love interest. So Tariq said, yeah, I think I can do that. Okay, so it's court day for Tasha, and Paz takes the stand this week, and sex basically put it like Tasha was manipulating Paz into believing that Tommy killed Angela, but in fact that Tasha could have really did it herself. I think that's what he was saying. And Paz was like, well, it's possible that it could have been that way. Tasha like, what the fuck, McLean? You said that she wouldn't be, no problem. And so McLean like, don't worry about it. Sex don't know who the fuck he fucking with. Okay, over to Kane. He was on his way to the drop, and he got picked up by the police. The police say he was a suspect in a robbery the other night. Monet is preparing for the drop, so she asked Diana, like, you haven't heard from him? And so Diana like, no, I haven't. But he said he'll be there. So Monet said, he better be. Diana picks up the phone, calling Kane, no Kane. So Tariq called about the product. So Diana said he was texting her. So Diana texted him back, well, you think you could come over to the bar right now? Okay, back at court, McLean takes the stand with Paz, and he's in Paz's ass. And basically he's saying, Paz, you opened up a nail salon with what? And Paz said, a inheritance. So he said from, James St. Patrick. And is it possible that, you could be getting some money from somewhere else? The pen is on my client. And she like, no. So he like, Miss Valdez, do you know of Tasha being the head of any drug organization? And she says, no. Brayden runs into Trace on campus, and Trace is trying to tell him about Tariq, something about Tariq. So Brayden like, I know he's a dick. He's trying to say that Riley tried to come on to him. And so Trace said, well, yeah, that's true. That part is true. I seen that with my own eyes. And so Brayden like, huh? Get the fuck out of my face, and like shoved him off. Tariq shows up to the bar like Diana asked him to. And Diana says, well, I didn't know what to do because Drew was gone. Kane not showing up. So I just called. And he like, Tariq said, yeah, you could have called. It's no problem. Tariq gets a call from Professor Milgram, and he goes in the corner to take the call. And we see Diana going through his shit, because she trying to find out what Tariq got going on, because she really like him. And she see the whole bunch of condoms. And then she see the blue card that was Tariq's assignment. And it says a student at Stansfield is sleeping with a professor, something like that. And this is the secret that Professor Jabari gave Tariq. Diana really don't know what's going on with that, because she doesn't attend Stanfield, so she doesn't know. And Monet texts Diana from upstairs, and she like, Kane still ain't come? So Diana said, no, do you want me to come upstairs? She said, no, stay right there. Monet got her burner in her pocketbook, and she just like, it's whatever. I'm going to have to do this re-up drop. Kane at the precinct, and he's dialing everyone's number, and everybody's numbers is, going straight to voicemail. So then he remembered Ramirez's number, and he gave Ramirez a call. Tariq and Diana is talking about the other day, and Tariq like, look, when you was at my room the other day, Brayden's girlfriend was in there. I couldn't let you know everything because I had to find out if Monet was behind what happened the other night. So I didn't know who to trust. It's nothing to it. So Diana like, so you don't mess with Lauren? So he like, it's nothing like that between me and Lauren. And so you wasn't trying to play me at your party? He said, no, I just be trying to protect you because you never know who's watching us, Diana. Tariq said, well, you think that I really don't like you, but I do. Shit, it's just complicated for me right now. And they get to kissing and making up. So Monet is upstairs with this DC Joe guy. Monet tells DC Joe, like, look, I try to call Rico and tell him, but I just want all the pills you have and more, and half the coke. DC Joe like, no, he ain't tell me that. And so Monet said, well, call him. He said, Rico doesn't like to be bothered. Monet said, look, Rico's your boss, but he's not mine. I'm Monet Tejada. And what I say is what it is. And this is another thing that's just so phony. Like, if Monet is Monet Tejada, why is she going through all of this? Why is she arguing with a little boy? And why is she even nervous that she got to go through all of this? If she the head, I'm sure it rings bells around town. I'm sure Rico knows to send somebody civilized to do business. It should not be a problem that she only want that. Even if he could say, well, I'm going to leave the whole thing and take what you give me and you can holler out with him for the rest, because they always do business, right? But again, this is TV, so whatever. So DC Joe like, I don't know about that shit, but all I know is I'm leaving with all my motherfucking money, and you gonna have to come up off that. And he comes towards her and attacks her. So downstairs, Diana and Tariq hears the noise and they come upstairs. Tariq comes upstairs and it startles like DC Joe because he wasn't expecting anyone else there. So it gives it time for Monet to go on her purse and shoot DC Joe. And so she's asking Tariq, like, what the fuck are you doing here? And Diana come up, like, I asked him to come through. Some product was coming, so I just told him to come through. And she said, who's going to clean this shit up? So Tariq, like, I'll clean it up. Monet said, okay, when Drew come back, you can help him. Okay, next, Brayden goes over to Riley's dorm, and Riley like, oh, babe, I thought we was going to meet up at the restaurant. And he said, nah, I hate when people break up in public. It's embarrassing. So Riley like, what the fuck? Whoa, what? So Brayden like, yeah, I found out you trying to fuck with Tariq at the party. So Riley like, no, come on now. Tariq is over-exaggerating. He's lying. Come on, think about it, Tariq. So Brayden said, no, Trace confirmed it. So Riley like, whoa, like, hold up. Trace is the one that tried to come on to me, which Trace did. Trace did try to fuck Riley. Brayden said, okay, prove me wrong. Tell me what you was doing with Tariq that night. And Riley can't really say, because if she tells the truth, she's going to blow her cover and her uncle's cover. So Brayden, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, back over to the crime family. We got Drew and Tariq, and they're trying to dispose of the body. Well, what they're doing is making it seem like a robbery. And Drew asks Tariq to hold the body still while he shoots through the window shield to make it look like somebody shot him through the window shield. So Tariq like, no, let me shoot. So Drew like, no, you ain't never shoot nobody before, have you? And yeah, Tariq sure did. Y'all motherfuckers just don't know how Tariq is. So Tariq like, okay. He lets him do it, and Drew shoots the gun through the windshield, hitting DC Joe in the head, and it made blood splatter onto Tariq. Ramirez go and get Kane from the precinct, and he's grilling Kane now. And he like, you gonna put her through too much? And so Kane like, fuck Monet. Monet don't even need you no more. She changing her entire business. So Ramirez like, what are you talking about? Yeah, she moving her business over to Stansfield with that little bitch Tariq. And so Ramirez said, she's moving the business to Tariq. And Kane like, she didn't even tell you, did she? Yup, he's moving weight for her. And she don't even need me no more. She pushing me out. And guess who's going to be next? So it's either him or us, unless you're going to do something to stop him. Kane and Ramirez go on over to Monet, and Monet is fucking pissed. She like, where the fuck was you at? So Ramirez get to explain it. He like, calm down. He got picked up for being a suspect in a GTG robbery. So Diana said, do you have any idea what happened? Like, DC Joe tried to attack Ma. So Kane like, where he at? I'll handle it. It's already handled. Kane said, Drew can't get rid of a body alone, Mom. And so Monet said, he's not alone. Tariq is with him. Monet tells Ramirez to go on home, that everything is handled, and she sends Diana upstairs, and she's talking to Kane. And she asks Kane, like, did the cops do that to your face? Kane said, no. And he walks away. Okay, back at the dorms, Tariq finally makes it back, and Lauren is there waiting for him, and it's Q party day. So, she's getting ready. She's dressed in her pajamas, getting ready to go to the party. And he's like, okay, it's cute party day. You going to the party? And she like, something like, yeah, or something. And she says, I broke up with Malcolm. That nigga is the one ignored and blocked. And she asks Tariq, are you okay? And Tariq like, yeah. But Tariq he fucking just got rid of a dead body. And Lauren and him get to kissing, and she goes to unzip his jacket, and so he stops her. Tariq said, if you want to know my secret that bad, here it goes. And he shows her his blue card that says a teacher and a student at Stanfield sleeping with each other. And she like, is that what you really think I came over here for? And Tyree said, get it by any means necessary, right? That's one of the laws. I mean, when we was kicking it earlier, your boyfriend came in, then you start acting like a whole nother person. Now you broke up with him and you expect me just to jump when you say jump? Like, I don't even know who you are. So Lauren said, yeah, apparently I don't know who you are either. She feels dumb, and it has nothing to do with that. Tariq just came from, doing what he did with the dead body, and he has the blood-stained shirt still on, which was so stupid. This part is kind of phony to me because even Monet don't seem like she would have let them, she would probably be the type of parent that's at the door with the bag, like, take y'all clothes off, every last piece, and we gonna burn these motherfuckers. His ass walks with the evidence all the way back to school. That's crazy. Okay, in class, it's time for the students to reveal their secret. And each student is coming with a secret, like their secret was peach or papaya. And when it got to Ashley said, yeah, I don't know. Like, mine's was, I think it was peach, and Tariq's was this. And I think he made it up. So when she gave Professor Milgram the blue cardboard, it says a professor at Stanfield sleeping with a student. So inside, Milgram is like, oh shit. And she tells Lauren, like, you will receive full credit for this. Okay, next up, McLean goes over to Sack's office, and he is pissed. And Sack's like, I know, but it was my fucking boss down my throat. But I got a direct line that'll pin Tariq to the murder. And he opens up the folder, and in the folder is a picture of Epiphany. Now, what Epiphany got to do with Tariq, I don't know. Like, how she's going to connect him to the murder, I'm not sure. But y'all let me know if y'all know. Okay, over here with Weirdo 1 and 2, Jabari and Milgred. So by this time, Jabari knows that Milgred has seen his blue card. So Jabari like, look, I know you sleeping with Tariq. I seen the photos, the condoms, him going over your house and shit. I know you sleeping with Tariq. So Milgram like, you're wrong. Like, you're using this just to take the heat off me, but you are the one that's sleeping with your student. So he like, she a grown-ass woman. And Milgram said, yeah, but it's still your student. Jabari said, I'm Tariq advisor now, and I suggest that you stay away from him. Milgram said, since when? And I suggest that you just stay away from me and with this stupid shit, unless you want me to take this card over there and submit this as a admission of guilt. Now, goodbye, Jabari. Okay, over at the dorms, Braden comes back to his room and he tells Tariq, like, look, I broke up with Riley. You were right, bro, and I'm sorry. So Tariq like, yeah. He like, you want to watch Lethal Weapon? Okay, over at Women's Correctionals, Tasha get a visit and it's Paz. So Tasha like, yeah, Paz, what you up here for? So Paz asks Tasha, like, why did you make me take the money from James? Did you know this was going to happen? Did you lie to me? Tasha said, I never lied to you. I never did anything to hurt you. Everything I did helped you. The salon, your father's in getting the care that he needs. Tasha said, I suffered just like you. I took losses just like you. Pa said, I want the truth that night. And all I heard was your voice in my head saying that I could walk away. And I did. And I could be sitting behind that wall. We could be on the opposite sides of each other right now. So Tasha said, except for I didn't kill James. And Paz was like, well, I think you do know who killed James. And if you can save yourself, Tasha, maybe it's your time to, walk away. And that's where the episodes ends. And y'all comment and tell me what y'all feel. Tell me how y'all liking it so far.